Here, Trent is speaking to a group of college students.
I remember one of my favorite interactions when Jesus engages the Pharisees. They walk up to him. This is the loose, dynamic Trent Horn translation. And they say to Jesus, "Who gave you the authority to do these things? Who gave you the authority to teach and to preach?" And so Jesus said, "All right, well, I'll answer your question, but first you got to answer my question. The baptism of John, John the Baptist, is it from heaven or is it from earth? Answer my question, and then I'll answer yours." Even back in the day, Jesus understood that when people are cornered, when they have a deficient position, they'll often resort to filibustering or changing the subject. So Jesus says, no, answer my question, then I'll answer yours.
He says that Jesus knew that when people are cornered with a deficient position, they'll often resort to filibustering or changing the subject. And so Jesus himself filibusters and changes the subject with another question.
And so the Pharisees get into a huddle, and they realize Jesus has got them in a bind with this question because they had a live and let live policy with John the Baptist. They said, okay, if we say it's from heaven, that he's a real prophet, the people will ask, why didn't you believe him? Why didn't you support him? If we say it's from earth, the people will revolt because they think John is a legitimate prophet. So they go back to Jesus and they say, we don't know. So they try to split the horns of the dilemma. And then Jesus says, then neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things. And in that moment, it's so powerful, Jesus revealed the hypocrisy of the religious authorities of his day, that they didn't care about authority, they cared about preserving the status quo. And by asking a simple question, he was more powerfully able to demonstrate that than by simply saying that they were hypocrites.
The Christians claim Jesus was actually God, yet Jesus could not do the godly thing and answer a simple question the other humans could admit they did not know the answer to. That was a ridiculously dumb example for Trent to use. Trent says Jesus exposes the Pharisees for being hypocrites, but they said they didn't know, and Jesus just filibusters again.